Yes, what's good, everybody? Quick shit vid. Chelsea, absolutely insane. I don't know where to start, really. Like, absolutely unreal result, isn't it? I thought we played absolutely amazing. A lot of people, like, on radio and stuff, just saying sort of like the focus was on Chelsea and how shit they were, which they were a bit, but I also thought it was because we was excellent. I thought we put them under loads of pressure and we rode it out. Like, obviously, Sterling scored early doors. It got disallowed, but they started quite well at Chelsea, but it didn't put us off whatsoever. I thought we looked full of confidence, looked well up, bang up for it. And then once we got his chance, we just completely took over, didn't we? And rode out any moments that they had. Thought they were good for about half an hour in game, and then I thought they were shit in the second half. Not Leeds, I'm on about Chelsea. I thought the Rodrigo header was outrageous. And my brother said, which is true, if Duncan Ferguson had done that, no one would have shut up about it. It's that type of header where it's like, it didn't really get much spoken about, like how much of a quality header that is. Like, he really has hit the ground running. Quite interesting, really, for if when Bamford gets back, because Rodrigo has to keep his place up top, really, doesn't he? He's on fire. And then Aronson, I'm just in love with. But there's a thing going on, I don't know if anybody else is doing this. Aronson and Harrison does sound really similar. So it's like, do you reckon Aronson's on this or Harrison's on this? It's getting a bit like, it's becoming a bit of a problem. So, and you can make yourself look a bit of a fool. So I'm on about Aronson, who scored the first goal. It then doesn't help when Harrison scores the third goal. But yeah, Aronson, who scored the first goal, thought he's so lively, isn't he? And he can turn so quick. I can't remember who their left back was, but he just did him. There's just a couple of times he just instantly turns and he's just away. And he actually lost the ball for his goal, but he just don't let it up. He's he's full of energy. He's constantly wanting to go. I really like him, really rate him. Didn't let it up, and I knew that Mendy had a mistake in him. I kept banging onto my brother before the game that he did, and he just so does. I don't actually know what he was doing, because he hadn't even gone to take Aronson on, has he? Or he hadn't even tried a Cruyff turn on her. He just takes like the dumbest touch I've ever seen in my whole life. So. But take it, and then I just thought we just took over and we just took loads of confidence from it. Harrison for the third goal, just icing on cake. Just a mental result, wasn't it? Really was. Rodrigo and Harrison got in as soon as his team at week as well on TalkSport, which is pretty cool. I think Rodrigo got in most people's team at week as well. And he really has been good, hasn't he? So yeah, absolutely buzzing. Obviously got a game tomorrow, haven't we? Barnsley, 7:45. So I think he'll drop quite a lot of players. Just with it being Carabao Cup or whatever, and then into Brighton at weekend. So I'm at Leeds Fest from Thursday, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, but I'll be back on Saturday to watch it. So I might not be online that much, but yeah. Bit of shit talk. So apparently Tottenham are in for Dan James, which I can't really imagine, which I think could be a shame. I don't really want anybody going out now at this point. I think we've started too well. And the team, for what it is, it looks good. And James either being on bench or starting when people like Bamford are out and stuff, it does massively help us. I know few people say about Dan James's end products and stuff, but I still think he's worth his weight for us, particularly at the minute. And apparently Newcastle have had another bid rejected for Harrison, the guy that scored the third goal. My mate, by the way, is already worried about Aronson, who scored the first goal. Already worried about him, saying, it's just when they start coming in through now. It's like, well, I'd rather have somebody that might be wanted at some point than having an absolute bag of shit. But it got me thinking, really, I've not looked at the squad whatsoever and thought we're missing Phillips or Rafinha. And there has to be something said about Rafinha, we became overly reliant on, didn't we? And having Aronson, Harrison, even Click to come off at bench, Rodrigo, Bamford, Dan James. It's like that they're all similar players of a similar. Rather than just looking for outlets and trying to catch people out or making sure that he's the one that pulls something out of bag, we seem to be more in and around and in and about it, don't we? So, apparently that striker, that Wilfred Gnonto, however you say his name, plays for Zurich. I was on about him the other day. 8.5 million or something. He's only 18-year-old, Italian lad. But apparently we've agreed personal terms with him. So that's in Yorkshire Press or whatever it's called. So whether or not that's true, I don't know. And then Michy Batshuayi is back on scene, but I'm not going to talk about that, see how that progresses. I think if we're signing this Italian lad, I don't think Batshuayi will come anywhere, but he seems to go fruit ringer every single time, doesn't he, with media. And then there's a 23-year-old Chelsea defender called Trevor Chalobah, who Villa are in for apparently. A couple of Italian teams are in for him. I think it's Roma and one at Milan's are in for him or something. So see what gets popping there. But yeah, amazing result. Absolutely buzzing with it. What's everybody saying? Bet everybody had a good weekend. It just brings, you know, and then obviously Man U won, Scum won. So, but because we did so well at Chelsea, I didn't need Man U to lose. So I can't lose. So yeah, in a bit everybody, and I'll speak to you all maybe tomorrow.
JackCity, bitch! JackCity, bitch! Hey!
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is. Don't wanna ever feel surprised. That's why I ask no.